August 1980. General strike in the shipyards of Gdansk. Creation of Free Trade Union Solidarnosc. October 18, 1981. General Jaruzelski becomes head of the Polish Communist Party. December 13, 1981. Jaruzelski imposes martial law. Lech Walesa is arrested. December 15, 1981. The miners in Katowice go on strike to protest against martial law. Jaruzelski sends the army and the dreaded Zomo militia. December 16, 1981. As the militia is about to shoot the strikers, soldiers make common cause with the miners. December 17, 1981. Within days, the mutiny spreads throughout most of the Polish army ranks. The Soviet occupation forces associated with the Jaruzelski regime are attacked by the mutineers.
Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Wargame European Escalation, one of our final campaigns. Poland is not yet lost, but it is in a state of war. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Get her up to 500 likes for a continuation of Wargame on the channel. Here we go into our first mission.
Part of the LWP had been rallied to the rebellion, brought the population out on the street. The people are up in arms. Soviet forces in Poland, as well as the elements of the LWP that remained loyal to General Jaruzelski, are scattered and disorganized.
All right.
Attacked in their quarters throughout the territory, these elements decide to regroup and send armed columns to rescue isolated pockets of resistance.
Oh boy. All right, there we go. We're going to try to rescue some of our loyalists on the other side, as now Poland is in a huge civil war, and other nations will soon join, as well as a NATO invasion. So we'll see what happens.
Loyalists have fallen back on Leonid sector, but they won't hold there for long. Rebel units have been deployed along our axis of advance to prevent the link-up. Time is clearly playing against us. We'll have to cut our way as fast as possible.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to get a lot of tanks and helicopters out, as we have a long corridor to go all the way to the north, where all those orange units are. Those are our comrades, as other units have been corrupted by capitalism. We cannot allow that, as the ship docks and all the other riots have been taking place. It is now up to us to keep the peace, comrades. We must reunite all of the Warsaw Pact countries and keep the Union strong. We're going to do so with Soviet steel in the form of T-62s to try to hold the line there. We got recon helicopters coming up and a lot of enemy units already attacking. We'll get artillery in position too. We have an ELGATO artillery piece here. We'll attack the local farm as likely troops are here, as we already see enemy transports moving in, as well as possibly enemy tanks. I don't know, are those T-34s? Oh, it's OT-62 Topazes. A lot of Polish transports. It's 1981, so tanks such as the T-55 and the T-34 will still more than likely be relevant at this time. There's a T-34 right there, and a lot of enemy infantry pushing in. We're going to go ahead and bombard that position there for flanking, and I'm also going to bring in some really nice tanks here. Some big boy tanks. Let's get them up there, as well as some aircraft here. All right, some helicopters to aid us in our assault. We're also going to secure our main position at the HQ from flanking, so I'm also going to bring in a few more of these just to watch our right flank against the enemy's attacks. All right, lots of enemy infantry advancing. We're under full-scale attack from the Polish forces, the Free Polish forces, as they're now trying to break off from the Soviet Union. Why would they do that? Obviously, capitalism must be corrupting their brains. So we'll go ahead and cure it with a pure Soviet bullet. Some Soviet lead should cure that. Excellent. Su-122 is pushing up the road. A lot of interesting technology being used here from them. A lot of early attempts to try to push. T-62s are in position, as well as the T-64Bs. There is no hope for those units, and they are decimated almost instantaneously. All right, well, time is of the essence. We only have a few minutes to reach up with the Loyalists, and as you can see here, we've got about 8 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. So after their dastardly attack on our freedom forces of liberation and happiness, I guess we have to push forward. So let's try to get to Constantine. In front of us are very important positions. The crossroads, the highway, and the bridges there are all going to have to be crossed, and you bet the enemy's probably going to try to flank us. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and attack, I believe, which was it Ivan? What was that? Boris right there. So we're going to push up to Boris, which is the first target in front of us, and see if we can actually liberate that area with bullets. Okay, let's go ahead and get Akatsias firing again. I don't think we've cleared out whoever was there. And we're going to wait a minute to build up some force. So we do want to reach the Polish forces within about 8 minutes, but we don't want to do it too fast. We want enough time in order to build up an army, as it takes time for points to come in for us to call out additional units. So we're just going to take a little time to do that. Let's get our recon chopper back up. We got all of our tanks in the tree line holding. It seems like the Polish attack failed, and it looks like their forces have actually retreated out of there. Fantastic. Looks like a... What is that? Enemy unit lit on fire to be pushed down the road? What is that all about? It's probably a unit we somehow attacked in the rocket strike, and now it's completely bailing out. Or at least coming back after bailing out. Mi-24s are moving forward. Enemy transports over there, which means enemy infantry is likely nearby. Mi-24Ps, these large choppers here, have 122mm rocket pods on them. Those are some big boys. And so those are perfect at insta-acking some infantry. Or at least hitting them with like 2 shots. And taking them down completely. Alright, our targets here today are going to have to be FOBs. As you know from our previous playthroughs, that helicopters just gobble up all sorts of equipment, all sorts of supply. Let's get our ELGATO up here. Let's get our UAZs up here. I'll keep those other ones in cover, and we'll keep the right flank secure with multiple tanks. Let's bring up another group of tanks then. We now have the ability to call up T-62s and also our other T-64s. Let's just land safely here and have the Mi-2 scout. So what we're on the lookout now for is any sort of movement from the enemy. We're looking for Malyukas, T-55s, T-34s, the 122s, or in this case, apparently another attack team that is going to come in and try to take the position that we've just attacked. We'll have the ELGATO come up here. Forward operating base captured. Perfect. That means our trucks can come up here, and our T-64s will make their way up here too. Alright, that enemy could attack shortly, so we're going to prepare for that. Luckily, we've not even lost a unit yet. The Polish loyalists, by the way, in the north are going to continue fighting, so it is up to us to get there ASAP. The faster we get there, the better, too. Some of their units will actually survive, and we'll get to use them. But also, going a little slower allows us to call out more units, better units than the Polish or our forces could ever call out without that, the loyalists. Okay, T-55s are standing by. I wonder if at this point we could call out a couple of artillery strikes, stun those units, and finish them off with Mi-24Ps. Their larger rockets should be able to finish them off, no problem. Alright, the right flank is secure against the enemy with limited points. We just have to risk it for a biscuit, boys. And let's get resupplied here. Get these choppers up. And it looks like I see enemy infantry out too. Alright, I will give bonus points to anybody who comments down below in the comment section any of the flash messages you see at the top of the screen. Polish garrison mutiny in Krakow. Soviet embassy besieged in Warsaw. So it seems like both positions are under attack. If somebody could write those out throughout the entirety of the campaign, which somebody always does, advance shout-outs to you for being such a supporter. Thank you very much. Topaz are hauling ass out of here. And they're under a lot of fire. T-55s are the last unit remaining there. Alright, our flank is not secure yet, so we definitely need to watch that. Let's get those ELGATO into cover, T-64B into cover, UAZ into cover, and we'll have the rest of these trucks move up this way. Alright, we're pushing north as we're also pushing east, but the enemy could attack from the west, so we need to try to secure all of our positions. Let's get additional tanks up to watch our flanks and our rear. Let's go ahead and get a couple of T-62s ready on this side. We'll try to cover both sides of the bridge, and then we'll bring them up. We're essentially have our foot in the door, and now we're just trying to get a hand in now to push the door open wider. Constantine looks like it's almost under attack there. We've got about, let's see, 3 minutes, 54 seconds remaining until the enemy has taken their positions, I think, or at least we're trying to do it at a bonus speed. OT-64s might be coming our way now. The Poles are trying to not only attack old positions of the loyalists, but also new positions that we are taking. Looks like Malyukas are coming in after all. We might want to swing down there and deal with those. And they're out in the open with no anti-aircraft fire, so let's gobble those up real quick. And I can guarantee you that, obviously, the enemy being as intelligent as they are, they've been occupying buildings along the road, but more importantly, to cover bridges. So we're going to go ahead and fire some artillery and clear that position out. We won't be able to fire for too long. T-64 and T-62s are in cover as we have the threat of Malyuka ATGMs coming. We don't want to lose any of those tanks, so let's get into cover, boys. Let's actually take cover on the right side as there's a little bit of a fight taking place there. Just want to stun and gun these units. Wow, 2 30-point units immediately eliminated. More enemy infantry spotted as well. We can just finish those off. The tank should be able to handle the infantry. Perfect, fantastic, wonderful, phenomenal. Outstanding. Oh, more Malyukas on the way. Never mind. Spoke too soon as a large number of enemy ATGM units are coming our way. Whoa, 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 Jesus, whoa. Boy, the game has some bad audio with, like, every time a supply truck is captured, they just sound the alarm. It's okay, we'll get those trucks back. It's not a big deal. Alright, looks like there's a lot of units over here. Actually, if we reach out, we might be able to cut off some of their reinforcements, but it's probably going to be unlikely. Let's get that tank back up there. We don't have the time for all that. Alright, let's reestablish contact. I think we can... Do we have enough time for a resupply? Damn, 2 minutes. Not enough time. We need to immediately get contact with these guys. So let's go ahead and see if the way is clear. T-64s are up now. MI2s are going to have to help clear the way. Got to get everything up there. Flank is, again, secure now. We'll get the old T-62s here. Essentially, what I'm going to try to do is block all along the right flank, and then see if we can get some more choppers to secure the left flank if anything moves. Essentially, we could also capture Jot for additional points, but I think it's a little risky. So I'm going to move my forces to the right side to capture Constantine. Worth 1 point. Going to be hard to defend, but it's better than defending Jot, which is going to be a little bit more troublesome. Alright, enemy units are on the way. I'm going to make sure we attack all the way to this fob and decimate everything on the way there. Meanwhile, tanks are coming up. T-64Bs. Going to move this way under the recon and then try to cut off those 122s. Let's move this way. T-55s being destroyed at the crossroads. Polish transports in the rear, and 122, what would be considered just a regular vehicle or tank destroyer, is the next target. This is going to be nice. T-64Bs might be able to destroy those. These are the upgraded model. They have the ability to fire an ATGM, have a nice gun on the top. Street battles in Warsaw between mutineers and NGF troops. I don't know who the NGF is, but we're going to get them. Alright, let's keep moving this way, boys. We've got to establish contact in 48 seconds. Alright, we need to get up there right now. No more time for this. Let's get across the bridge. We don't have time. Everyone cross. Let's go. Alright, lots of infantry. They're going to get decimated here in a couple of seconds. Enemy is breaking through, successfully capturing a fob. And they also eliminated an ATGM group there and possibly more infantry. So let's just link up as soon as possible. We'll fly over the top. And we'll take that crossroad. Just like Bone Thugs and Harmony. 18 seconds. Alright. Perfect. Alright, we reached the Loyalists now. That was a pretty good timing, I think. The 2 a.m., by the way, is something that'll wake you up. It's an alarm clock in the morning. It's got a ATGM launcher on it, which is why I'm a little afraid of that unit. Alright, not too bad. Our units now are in control, or we're in control of these units. Fantastic. Oh, not so good. Now we're immediately being attacked. Let's pull the Conquerors back. Let's get a 2 a.m. over here. Looks like we are in control of some Loyalist units for the Poles. And let's go ahead and get up there right away. Let's get some of our units into cover. I want to block up here, Conquerors. Firing some missiles. Good job. BMPs, what do we got out there? Looks like Motor Strelicky exposed. BMP-3s. Let's get some units over here. ZSUs over here. Just trying to get everything into cover. Unfortunately, an Instack one and done on one of those ATGM units. Not much I could do as it's a little bit of RNG and when you get control of the units and who's being targeted and with what. But all of our missiles and rockets should still be ready to cause some damage. Good. Very good. Alright, tanks are pushing up. They're going to secure the crossroad. They're still cutting through targets on their way to the fob, where they can resupply shortly. And the MI2 is definitely scouting out for them. Okay, let's get our command a little closer. Let's get cover there. And supply trucks too. We're going to need to resupply those poles. We got to go. Alright, I'm not seeing anything in terms of enemy units, but they could attack. So we're going to be careful about that. Let's keep pushing up with our artillery. Wow, a big cross. They are pushing ahead in force. Let's pull back a little bit with that infantry. Pull back with our choppers a bit. Missiles coming out. Okay, they've eliminated some anti-aircraft guns that were overexposed. Right flank is looking good. Get these Conquerors into a building. Recon there getting hit. Boy, they've walked us right into a big battle. I see enemy helicopters here. Those Genoids are essentially anti-helicopters, I think. They have infrared missiles on them. Let's get the hell out of there. Let's fly back over here. T-64s are engaging everything that they can. It's crazy the amount of units that we're engaging right now. Good, the choppers back here to support. Oh, it looks like the enemy has artillery. Oh, wow. They're definitely pushing hardcore into this area. They're lucky we were here. Destroy enemy artillery is our next objective. Roger that. Let's get rid of those BMPs. Supply trucks are here. Alright, let's funnel the supplies right into here. We got a lot of units routing. Not great. Alright, so looks like our secured position is looking good. We now have the ability to call out more choppers, so let's do just that. We're going to get these guys to secure the rear and make sure that they don't crack our initial startup point. Alright, let's see. Arrested by mutineers, detained and on location, General Jolozuki. Zuski? Oh boy, guy from the beginning there. Okay, enemy units are everywhere. Let's push up this direction. Supply trucks are hauling ass in. Good. FOBs are resupplying, great. Get the T-64s fully reloaded before we go in. Looks like they didn't fire too many times. That's good, they were probably accurate with their shots. Alright, infantry insta-act as well. There's a hell of a lot of units in that forest. We're going to get the Urals off the road. We're going to go over this direction. Conquerors are engaging all those tanks. Essentially, we need the aircraft up now to deal with that artillery goal and also to deal with all the choppers that the enemy may have, or tanks in this case. It's a hell of a battle at the start, for sure. Enemy coming in from over here with T-55s. Conquerors are standing by, ZSUs. Alright, choppers made their way up here. Looks like all of our tanks are secure. Fantastic. Let's get up there then and bring in the reinforcements. Still eliminating a lot of enemy units. Alright, let's get over here. Alright, our lines are starting to be a little bit more solidified. We're doing a little better. Enemy is about to get hit by T-64Bs and a bunch of rockets. Oh, perfect. Motor Streliki right underneath those choppers. And all those supplies have arrived. That's the thing we need the most. Beautiful. Alright, let's get in there and find that artillery. We should also be able to kill a command at Olga and Nicholas. That might cut off the reinforcements on the east or west. Enemy units conveniently breaking through. They're routing. Convenient that they were able to break through so easily. Let's get two Mi-24s up. Very close. This one's being played very close. Wow, look at all the T-34s pushing through. Where the hell's that coming from? Fire those rockets, man. Oh, they're going for a light cavalry rush here. T-64s better come back the other way. Enemy artillery should be here. Wow, we could have all the rockets in the world and it's just not going to stop them. Let's retake that forest. Couple of insta-hacking, but we're okay. Huge counterattack there. Coming across the bridge. Let's eliminate that command too. Stop any attack from Olga. Alright, beautiful. Got a FOB there halfway taken by the enemy. Alright, let's go ahead and get our feet under us now. Let's put all these trucks around. We want to try to resupply our units as quickly as possible. Carrying ammunition, fuel, anything else you'd imagine. Okay, wow. Crazy amount of units coming in for the enemy. Mi-24P there is routed. Luckily we haven't lost anything too substantially large. Let's go ahead and attack this direction. Okay, let's get some more choppers up here. We need them essentially on quick strike missions against enemy units that have broken through. A few tanks lost, mostly the Polish, just taking their hits. Kind of RNG through the times that I played this of what the enemy attacks with, and how many times they attack, and when they attack, and like the density of their attack too. Sometimes it can be a little weaker, other times it's pretty strong. Okay, we got ZSU 57s here to deal with the oh, wait a minute, never mind, they're going to fly right over the motor street. Okay, best AA in the game. Whenever enemy helicopters fly over infantry, they're pretty much dead. DED, dead. Okay, Mi-24s, Acacia. Looks like we lost one of our artillery pieces. Not a big concern. However, I will try to hit Jot. There's an enemy command there, so we may as well try to hit it. Alright, let's see if we can get some supply out here for these tanks. Mi-24Ds will have to do security between both regions. Alright, the corridor for reinforcement is open. It's a little risky at the river, but we had to get here post-haste in order to meet the demand of the one requirement. And of course that makes it a lot harder as you fully haven't built up. Mi-24Ps here again. Another large-scale enemy attack. We're just out of supply and everything. A lot of these random trucks are around more for the ground forces. They're not going to do much for the Air Force here. Unless we push out and take this fob. We'll try to take Michael and see what we can do. Meanwhile, I'll try the Mi-24P in the north and see if we can find a command and cut off their forces in the northwest. That'll only leave Vasily well, 3 positions on our east. That will remain. Mi-24Ds, Ps, and As are firing at all the units there, keeping them at bay. Where is our tanks? T-64Bs. There we go. We should get these down here. We're getting close to the command. Conquerors are causing a bad fur day for those units. Excellent. Okay, looks like we have ATGM launchers there. T-62Ms. Enemy command. Let's wreck that unit. Force is successful in capturing that for the helicopters. Oh, enemy infantry. I didn't even really see them. I thought it was our chopper shooting. Oh, get the hell out of there, boys. Alright, the BRDM has been at risk several times now. So we're going to pull out of there. They're going to take the eastern side. We do need to hold for another 4 minutes. Right, let's get these T-64Bs in the game. Okay, we've definitely taken a lot of losses, but that's what the Polish forces are here for, is to fight with us as we give them air support. The rebels were definitely ready to take care of our units. They had a hell of a lot of force ready to go. Get the BMPs in position. We'll get the Conquerors back over here to guard the bridge. T-62Ms might try to leave. 3 minutes remaining on the defense. Let's go back over here. We're going to put our defenses on the bridge now. I want more ground defense. Fob's pretty much all taken up except for the one in the corner. Now we're going to need some more choppers. Oh, UAZ being pretty much obliterated there. I didn't even have him in Constantine anyway. Unlikely that the artillery piece will escape as well. See if we can fly quick. He should be able to get his way out of there. Alright, we're going to have to retreat against the... across the river. My 24V is going to have to come up and see if it can clear. 12.7 millimeter cannon from the Mi-24D is at least something. And the enemy is attacking down here again with Malyukas. Let's go ahead and finish those off. They're not going to last against the tanks. A lot of units there. Let's take those out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Relax, game. Relax. Jeez. All right, let's go ahead and eliminate those T-62Ms. Well, we pretty much ran out of supply, aside from the infantry here that can do battle. Conquerors will be taken out in about 2 shots. Oh, 3. Okay. Didn't really have them in a good concealed position. But that's hard when we need ammunition. Alright, choppers will come through now. I'll retreat to the southern side here with the T-64s. We're going to have to provide 2 levels of security. They're coming across the bridge again. What are we down to? Probably a few seconds. Minute and 52. Damn. This is probably the most aggressive I've ever seen them attack. I played this mission. Was probably my favorite mission of all the ones to play when the game first came out. And I remember playing it and doing rather well, and then playing it again and doing worse. And worse as time went on, and then got better again. So I'm highly confident that the enemy's concentration and what types of force and when they attack and where they attack is all based off of RNG, and a little bit of how quickly you capture that position. You can see they're attacking with light transports now just to try to find UAZs, where they know where it is, but they don't have any recon. See how they just drive directly to it? They weren't able to see that or anything like that. They just magically know that it's there. That's not how recon works. You don't get to know just because you're the AI, buddy. That's not how any of this works. Alright, well that unit, skin of the teeth thing, that one. Malayuka should be finished off. A nice pocket of resistance now. I'd say we probably lost about, I don't know, I wish we lost maybe 2 or 3 less infantry squads, but other than that, it's nothing but a bunch of transports which can be replaced. Motor Streliki, BMP-3s, a few Motor Streliki squads, and a few Conqueror squads are important, but they were in some bad positions and needed supply, which we brought up as much as we could. And with only 200-something odd points left, there's not much else we can do with only about 27 seconds remaining. So with the time that we've got, we'll just fly around and see if we can kill any other targets. The Ural trucks were the right decision to bring up. They were firing like crazy here. Their machine guns all ran out, and they definitely needed some supplies. Those T-62s, good jobs for them. The only other thing we could do is maybe go to Fedor or Michael in order to just capture FOBs for our choppers. But choppers were king here. That's definitely what we needed. I guess we can land here and resupply, but it won't be worth a thing. And we'll just fly away from these units here. Let's actually back off. These Strela units don't have any anti-aircraft.
After the initial element of surprise,
Anti-tank.
the power of the Soviet military reverses the situation quickly.
All right. Unlimited power, it seems. Very powerful force coming in and opening the door and providing the Poles with a way out. So very good. A very good victory. Again, I wish we had some more luck on that one, but I think we'll keep it as is. It's always a gamble as to what you're going to come out with on that one. But look at the amount of forces the Mi-24Ps just decimated. Tons of transports, tons of lighter tanks, medium tanks, and even aircraft in some cases too. Some helicopters taken down. 1,000 points in our losses, mostly Polish units here, and Conquerors units that were under their command. So let's see here. I think the Zemech and Conquerors, anything that way, I don't care really much about BMPs. I'd say BMP-3s are probably our biggest loss there. Actually, Mi-24P. Oh, did one of them actually get shot down? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it must have been all that ground fire. That's okay. Those are replaceable and very remarkable units. All right, I'll see you all for a continuation. If you want to see more, we must push her up past 500 likes for each and every video that you like. Show your support. Be vocal about seeing more, and I will see you next time. When? It all depends on you, so get aggressive. I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everyone.